saying the thugs who attacked the secretariat there.
APC organized. Let them deny. We were just at the meeting where Peter Obi and co, our boy
Lumidi
Akwata came to declare. It was my turn to speak. As I was speaking, the state chairman Odion moved to me. I said, Daddy, please reduce the length of your speech. I just got information from the DSS that APC talks are coming to attack us at the secretariat. I quickly rounded up, put one song, and we play a closing prayer. Ask him. Everybody rushed away. Peter Obi, my in-law, said that my lead, I'm going to the airport. I want to pass. I said, we're in Lent. I'm going to the church. Safe journey. Less than 20 minutes, our secretary have been attacked. What I'm telling you, the security agents that call our chairman, that APC talks on their way to the secretariat. It's just that the nation is now have been closed down. 4 security officers, I pity them. Inside they know the truth. But to maybe manage their own daily bread, they will not say. But go internally, it's clear. And as soon as Peter Obi and Uncle were now going to the Chief of Yegun's house, this same top followed them. You can destroy, filing, vehicle they met on the ground. About 9-11 vehicles, they used guns to destroy all of them. But according to Jonathan's wife, where there is God, there is God, they will pay dearly for their crimes. Nothing, no sin that is committed that will not have repercussions. Why are they pretending?
So you...
Okay. Yes, top of the moment to you, everybody who's joining me. This is the conversation. My name is Comrade Lamti Orehi. I waited this long because I wanted to see a public response from, particularly from this man, because he was hugely fingered by the APC, or rather by people speaking for the APC, when it was alleged that the ADC has some internal crisis. And of course, Senator Weir was hugely fingered as one of those leading a faction of the ADC. And it was also alleged that it's the faction of that ADC that, attacked Peter Obi and of course and co when Peter Obi was in Benin just barely less than a week ago, and of course that took over the airspace, and it's been a huge talking point to the extent that in very many quarters it was tagged assassination attempts of Peter Gregory Obi. Now, I did a broadcast earlier when this happened just within 48 hours. And I did not target at that assassination attempt. And that's why I put it here in quotes. Because we're still looking at all of the, information coming out with respect to this. Because there was accusation and counter-accusation. But it was important that, we talk about this matter the way it is. And the reason why I'm bringing it up again is because this is a pattern that our consciousness must grow into, our awareness must be firm about it, because at the end of the day, it's all about 2027, and a lot is going to happen. And the more prepared we are, the better for all of us, both for those that are directly involved and those that may not be directly involved, like the rest of us who are probably going to be voters or supporters of different candidates, as the case is. Now, I wanted to hear from Senator Weir. I had previously, been briefed by some of his aides that he was not involved. And the reason why it's important to hear from him, because a lot of fingers indirectly pointed to his direction. And you could, get all of that summary from this report. Let's take a listen, then we'll come back to this.
What is expected to be a routine party meeting quickly turns dramatic at the Benin residence of an ADC national leader and former governor of Edo State, John Odige Oyegun. Some party leaders claim the meeting is scheduled at the residence, but on arrival, they are shown a list of invited members and their names are reportedly missing. The situation sparks outrage as aggrieved stalwarts gather at the entrance of the compound insisting that they are founding and statutory members of the party in Edo State. Former Chief Whip of the Senate, Roland Owie, accuses the party's national leader of allegedly sidelining loyal members while engaging non-members.
As a matter of fact, the central meeting was to be called 4 or 5 times. He will stop it. He will postpone it. As we are talking, what I'm talking to you today, see, we have been everywhere in Edo State. I mean, in Edo State where we are, raising members of the party. Ask John Oyegu, how many people he has attracted to this party? Nothing. The local people come, I don't know. I'm calling and dealing with those who have been helping this party to grow. So the way it is, we are telling the national leadership of the party, enough is enough of John Oyegu. This high was national chairman of APC. They removed him with ease.
Okay, so this particular, report came within the mix, and from what we now gather, it would seem that this was a very misleading report that was thrust into the mist. That was also, referred to by a lot of commentators and, of course, stalwarts of the APC that publicly alleged that what happened in the course of that, what happened, as carried out by some unknown thugs, as the case may be, was by, what's it called, a faction of the ADC. And of course, personally, I expressed concern. I expressed concern for Peter Obi, and I expressed concern seriously for the rest of us Nigerians, particularly those that are believing that right now we need to have an alternative. And somehow, the only window right now available for that alternative, or a viable window, appears to be the ADC, where Peter Obi, finds himself right now. Now, what the future holds, nobody knows, really. And all of that, I spoke on that premise. But I was also very concerned, really, really, really concerned. Why? Fingers from this side was pointing to APC, and the APC was pointing to internal issues with ADC and Senator Owie finger, and all of that. It was important that I come out again to speak to this matter. Now, we have heard from Owie, and from the statement, and of course everything Owie has said, it presupposes that this particular video that has actually gone around is misleading. Because from the way Owie spoke, it doesn't currently seem like there's a division, as such, there's a faction as such within the ADC in Edo State. Because Owie did confirm that he was in that same meeting with Odi Oyegun, with Olu Akpata, who was defecting from Labour Party to the ADC. And as a matter of fact, he was the one, who was speaking, and when he got the intelligence that some hoodlums are coming to come and disrupt that particular event. And of course, they hurriedly left, and they were followed to John Odige Oyegu's house, where they shot sporadically and all of that, and all that followed. Now, to confirm this, a couple of days earlier, Akpata himself was on Channels Television, and of course, he had some things to say, which Owie's, of course, interview, with ITV also corroborated. Let us take a listen to what's called Olu Akpata on Channels Television, so that we can just get some sequence right. Then I come back, and of course, we try to round up on this matter, because this matter is still wide-ranging. The reason it is wide-ranging is because across some quarters, it's been, widely circulated that it was an assassination attempt on Peter Gregory Obi. And that is a big, big danger for our democracy, if that is so. And the reason why people will allege that, make such statements, a very, very heavy statement, of course, is something that we want to talk about within a few minutes. Just stay with me. Let's listen to Olu Akpata.
It's been a minute, yeah. You escaped death by the whiskey season.
I might not put it in those terms, but I was in harm's way. There's no doubt. I was alongside other persons. We were in harm's way, definitely yesterday in Benin. We were thankfully, due to the efforts of some of the security personnel who were there, I think what could have been a very dastardly event was averted yesterday.
So you guys were inside, and the shots were against the house. This was John Oyegun's house.
Yeah, so I think it's important we get the sequence right, or the timelines right. Some of us members of the Labour Party in Edo State decided to move to the ADC yesterday. The ceremony was slated for 11 o'clock yesterday morning at the ADC secretariat on Ogbelaka Street in Benin City. And so we went to Ogbelaka Street, the ADC secretariat. We got there, we were a bit late, and the event started late. But it started anyways, and Chief Oyegun was present. Professor Osereme Osumbo, former governor of Edo State, was present. Mr. Peter Obi was there, present. Senator Roland Owe, leader of the party in Edo State, was there. Quite a number of people were there. And the event went on. But we got information as the event proceeded from sources that are usually reliable that venue would very soon come under attack from some unknown persons. And we were advised. I received that information separately. Mr. Obi received that information, and we were advised to speed up the event and, to avert what those persons thought would be a crisis situation, because it's a very tight building, narrow building, and even a stampede would be dangerous.
It was also a densely populated area.
Yes, Ogbelaka Street is densely populated. So we took that advice on board, and I was received warmly by the party leadership, presented with my party card. Speeches were made quickly, I responded, so on and so forth, and we were ushered out of the building. Those of us who were on the high table, some of the leaders, and then the people downstairs, because the hall upstairs is quite small, so people were in canopies downstairs. So they were also told, event is over, can we start going home? We got into our cars. The press wanted to speak with some of us, and we told them that, listen, because of this development, come to Chief Oyegun's house. We would address the press there. That's what we told them downstairs. This was a decision taken on the fly, because things had changed. We didn't have time to do any press.
Anything could have happened.
Yes, anything could have happened, because we took those. Our sources are usually credible. So we left. As we got to Chief Oyegun's house, spoke with the press, and then we retired into the sitting room to just discuss other issues. We started getting calls that as soon as we left the secretariat on Ogbelaka Street, some guys actually showed up and attacked the venue, attacked people.
True to the tip-off you got.
Yes. So it was a good thing we left. Unfortunately, our people did not leave as quickly as we did. So that, for me, is regrettable. Because my own cousin, driving one of my cars, right, would narrowly missed being hit by a bullet. Right? The bullet actually hit the floor near him and he ricocheted. So there was some I don't know, fragments or whatever, but he's not seriously.
Okay. Well, this Olumide's account on Channels Television about this particular matter as well. Now, what is important to note here, just to quickly debunk, the submission of some of the chieftains of the APC in Edo State, that it was the attack was part of the internal wranglings of the ADC, pointing Oyegun as the leader of one of the factions of the ADC. Olumide here confirmed that in that meeting, that Senator Owe was present, Chief Oyegun was present, and some of the actors mentioned, they were present in that meeting before the attack took place, which presupposes that these persons will not be in an environment where they will be leading attack against and all of that, which also probably makes it right to believe in some, people who corrected to say that video that was thrust into the mix was not recent, was but something, previously and all of that. Meanwhile, at the national level, there's been a very huge discussion around this subject of, this attack on Peter Gregory Obi and the team, And some people have labeled it an assassination attempt, on Peter Obi's life. And the reason why assassination attempt has been thrust into the midst, as part of this discourse to make it this heavy, is this. Let's take a listen.
The man will say no gashishi. I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me, because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to him when he's in Edo State, he will take it.
Okay, many of us will definitely recognize this particular essay, this video. This is the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Ubewolo. And this is about a year ago, just over a year ago, if I'm not mistaken, when Obi paid a visit to Edo State. And of course, there was this reaction by the government of Edo State. And the governor of Edo State had this to say, that if Obi does not take permission from him to come to Edo State, his life will not, be guaranteed. Let us hear directly from him. It's a very short clip. It's just about 24 seconds. Take it.
The man will say no gashishi. I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me, because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to him when he's in Edo State, he will take it.
Okay, now that's the governor of Edo State about a year ago saying that the security of Peter Obi will not be guaranteed in Edo State. And of course, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not been mentioned anywhere that Obi coming to Edo State at this time, when this whole thing happened, was at the instance of coming to attend an ADC organized program, his own party's program, which I'm very sure that he may not have, taken permission from the governor of Edo State to come to Benin. And this happened. Now, whether the governor of Edo State had sent people to come and do this, or some overzealous APC members trying to impress the governor, have taken laws into their hands to do this, at the end of the day, because this has happened, and this video is still available and it's on record, it becomes very easy for the world to put one and two together to say that this was an assassination attempt on the life of Peter Gregory Obi, whichever way you look at it, it is a very dangerous scenario to, the democratic process of Nigeria. Because we are talking of a major opposition leader, in a system like this. You understand what I'm saying now? And so this makes it really, really grave. And there is no way some of us will stand here now to say this is not an assassination attempt on, Obi. Because at the end of the day, many of us are pretty sure that it's very likely that if Obi was not present, this probably would not have happened. People can argue that effectively. Like if Obi was not present in that gathering, this particular thing would not have happened. Though, we also, would remember that, I don't know, a few months ago, I think it was when the ADC newly established or launched their, secretariat in Benin, there was a similar, attack, but not by talks using guns, if my memory serves me right, but destruction of the signboard and some parts of the building and all of that. We did see that. Okay. And again, APC talks were largely fingered in that particular scenario. But with this one coming, shooting sporadically, and people are reported to have, been injured and every other thing. And one would say that it is definitely apt for those that have described this as an assassination attempt on the Peter Gregory Obi to say that description is very apt. Now, what is left after this? And we've been able to establish that contrary to the speculation making the round, sponsored, by APC friends and stalwarts, that it's a faction of the ADC that carried out this attack. We can say boldly here that that is a lie. And that from the way things have not come together, looking at the sequence of events and all that have played out, finger still directly points to, APC, what anybody cannot, what we cannot prove, okay, is to say if the governor of Edo State was aware that anything like that was going to happen. We cannot prove that. But that the governor has made some statements that can actually instigate things like this, okay, it's not in doubt. And that's why I played that particular video, okay, which probably everybody needs to probably learn from as well. Because one thing I thought this current governor, Bewolo, on is the way he has surrounded himself with non-state, actors, with thugs, people that have been known for thuggery, surrounding his administration, very well pronounced. Honestly, it's something that worries a number of people, a number of us. And of course, we dwell within a system where people will look at the body language of whoever their leader is, and they want to impress that leader by carrying out crimes that are hugely against the will of the people. And this probably will be a fallout of a similar thing. I am not saying this is exactly what it is. I am just speculating, and all of that. But this again is not also exonerating a direct knowledge of the governor of Edo State, except that I'm saying that he may not even be directly involved. But which means that with this that has happened, the governor of Edo State now needs to action, the security apparatus of states to ensure that they bring perpetrators of this to book. It's important. It's so important because at the end of the day, no matter the desperation that the APC and the loyalists of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, their desperation to get Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrested, re-elected, there must be respect for the process. Even though I know that whatever I'm saying right now is just nonsense, where these political actors are, it's also important to point out to Peter Obi and to those in opposition to ensure that they themselves, look at our system and be proper opposition on equal measure with what the system provides. It is not a smesme matter. It is not a Kambiakwa matter. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? Because at the end of the day, I'm surprised too that in a gathering like this, or where you have people, lots of where Oluwakbata, what's his name, Oyegu, former governor Oyegu, and everybody, all of these shit is gathering like this. You people would not beef up your environment with what Nigeria is today. I'm usually surprised that some talks we just throw around and do things like this and get away with it. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? I probably think that this should serve as a lesson to understand that even though we call on the security apparatus to do what they have to do, we also know and recognize that if we are calling on the security apparatus to do what they have to do, we are calling on those in government. We are also calling on the president himself, who is the commander of all of them, from whom they take instructions from. You understand the picture I'm saying now? Because in Nigeria, there is no saying the fact that security matters is based on selective exploration, depending on where your loyalty lies. So at the end of the day, proper position in Nigeria must resort to a level where they can actually stand toe to toe with those commanding the state force. And that is the truth of the matter. And you understand what I'm saying? Because like I've said and I maintain, whatever needs blood cannot be appeased with oil. Otherwise, if we hear tomorrow say one thing happen, and so one person buy, now not everybody go make. Within 2 days, the matter will rest. Suppose as those guys just came to come and carry out mayhem, and they met their match, then this discussion it go get a level of equilibrium. Some people are just smiling away right now that we have perpetrated this act. Give you another opportunity tomorrow, they will do the same thing and repeat it. So Peter Obi, you need to understand that your security is important. A lot of people are looking up to you. On your shoulders, to very many Nigerians, millions of Nigerians, lie the hope of this country. On your shoulders, Peter Obi, lie the hope that a lot of people are wishing for. And therefore, those shoulders of yours has to be protected. Now, I personally would not recommend that protection will squarely be by those being given directive by the AIG recently appointed by Mr. President. I think that you need to do a lot more. Anywhere you go, those people who are, what's it called, people working with Peter Gregory will be, you guys need to understand this. You guys need to understand this. You guys need to give maximum protection to Peter Gregory will be why this race is heating up, whether we like it or not. What has come to fore is that there are people in different quarters that are very, very scared of the presence of Peter Gregory Obi. There are people who are working hard to ensure that Peter Obi does not appear on any ballot. Now, if Peter Obi is able to beat all of these, I personally will not be surprised, whether now, tomorrow, or later, before 2027, that attempt will not be made at Peter Obi's life. I will not be surprised if that happens. But I think that a word is enough for the wise. On this matter, whether the police is going to do justice, get somebody or get the people and bring them to book, that remains to be seen. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? But so far, in recent days, there's been no statement, no update, nothing. It may just be one of those things that will just lie fallow, give me some days. Okay? But this is a clear signal to the fact that, wahala day. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? This is not my own observation of this particular matter. That said, we are having an election. I think it's going to be in January or February of 2027. Okay? Presidential election. I don't know if Obi is going to be on the ballot of ADC or any other political party at that. I've expressed my own, everything about the ADC and the characters around the ADC. I'm not going to overflow that. But I just want to direct this to the governor of Edo State and, of course, to his APC family. Okay? If Tinubu must become president of Nigeria, people must recognize that there will be opposition. There will be people on other ballots. Okay? Nigeria is not a one-party state, at least not yet. I think that courtesy demands that you guys should allow a level playing field if you will listen. Because at the end of the day, okay, the Benin man says, I think you guys should just campaign and let opposition also do their own campaign. Let everything happen. Let everybody have the same level of security to do whatever they want to do. The reason why I'm saying this, an apologist of the APC, one who is currently eating under Mr. President, his name is called Wike. The man is using APC and the presidency to bully his way through everything. He's creating, in fact, an unwholesome nuisance across Nigeria. It is not yet 2027. It's going to do a lot more. It's ensuring that there's no level playing field for everybody, except those that he gives, he would give, a pass. Okay, and those that he will give a pass are those who are going to fly the flag of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nobody, like they often say, has monopoly of violence. Nobody has monopoly of anything. Opposition, all you guys that have put yourself together to say you're part of the ADC, blah, 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 blah. It is not just a question of coming out to come and condemn Tinubu to say he did this, he did that, he did that. I say it, and I've maintained it since yesterday, except things change, I'm going to say it. The only person currently who looks prepared to be president of Nigeria is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Currently. I don't know if anything is going to change with others later, particularly with someone like Peter Gregory. But at the moment, if the trajectory of Peter Obi is going to be like this, it's very doubtful. It's very, very doubtful. It's very, very doubtful. We go lick rabbit pepper soup. Now, where would they dig the rabbit? Now, would they know? What I'm saying, I know what I'm saying. So, going forward, given what has happened in Benin, Peter Gregory will be, thank God, now so he rich. But please, the handlers of Peter Obi, we want to understand, see, power is not freely given. You have to earn it. You have to demand for it. And you have to put yourself in that same position to get it if you actually want it. Want to protect Peter Gregory will be, so I will not hear news tomorrow. So now so it can be. On that note, my people, God bless you. I'll see you guys again. In the meantime, for people who don't know, we are experiencing very serious turbulence across this world currently. I don't know how many of you are aware. I know many people are aware. People were close to internet. As I did now, my eye did one part on television. My eye did one part. I do my things for here. The reason is because since yesterday, there's been a very big matter across this world. And directly or indirectly, it's going to affect everybody. Already, don't start. America and Israel don't start, they call it saying a military exercise. But now war, now we call them. They don't start war with Iran. Iran on the other side, they know so their own missile will reach America. They don't start to bomb everybody when surround them. When we say America forget base. People like UAE, like Bahrain, all those countries where just the Middle East, all of them don't collect from Iran hand. Even Israel don't collect from Iran hand. So the escalation of this war that is taking place right now, to what extent it's going to escalate, we don't know. But some of us are already very worried that this may actually start signaling, say, na third world war, now Trump wants start so. Because right now, from the news when I listen to just now, it say China don't they package all their own instruments together. Russia don't they package, those were already, Russia and China don't condemn America for this thing when they do so. And I know say in recent time, America first go bundle what's it be named Maduro come up for the country, put up for prison for South America. They don't work out all this matter now against Iran. Meanwhile, they don't first, Israel don't first annihilate Gaza. That if let's say the matter, the plan don't dig ground. I'll come and talk about this at some point. It don't dig ground before they elect Trump. Trump knew. In my from there, I'm looking at it from the day he took his oath as for his second term in office as president, he knew that this day was going to come. Probably that was why America was very lukewarm and a part of the plan. Because if they had not annihilated Gaza, then this matter would happen with Iran. So Iran would have had Gaza as a base to confront Israel. But whatever is happening right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking nice. It'd be like, oh yeah, when you see man, the splash, it go touch everybody. Even you when you touch me, you want me to clean and come off for body, you go back say you don't stain other fingers. That's exactly what we are looking at right now. The destruction, so as we speak right now, they just not be small rocket, then now they fly. Many things they go on. So for Nigerians who are living in the Middle East and every other thing, I would hope that the federal government of Nigeria, through the embassies of Nigeria everywhere, should start issuing a statement now and should start directing Nigerians in the Middle East and elsewhere to safety. Because right now, the Middle East is... I watched a particular video where the voice of Nigeria, they were speaking pidgin English, and they see one rocket when they land. That's not whether not Dubai or somewhere in the UAE, when they land from one of those buildings there. They were not far off. I think it's time. Every nation right now, UK has already started, flying, British planes to everywhere the UK interest is to protect the British people and British interest in some of those places in the Middle East. And I think right now, Nigerian government needs to start evacuation process of Nigerians, living around the Middle East, negotiate with Iran or any of these countries, pull Nigerians out now. Pull Nigerians out now of the Middle East, because that area right now will be epicenter very soon. Whether this matter will come enter Europe, I never know, because so far, European Union and the UK never give support to America. You understand? So far. So this matter apparently is just beginning. Only God knows. But I fear that the rest of this year we may just be in this war crisis. At the moment, Africa may become a safe ground for all of us. For the moment, if you are in the Middle East and you are Nigerian and you are someone across this video, I beg not think twice. If you have means of living, going back home, for now, please do. That'll be my message for now. God bless you all. I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now. It's a commercial. If you want to share, I will appreciate. But if not, it's also good. We'll see what we'll see. Bye for now. Awasha.